Hello everybody and welcome to F2 here at Monza. Only 9 drivers so far. Might get a couple of latecomers, but I'm sure we'll find out. So, what's going on? How is everybody this evening? Just getting everything set up here at the moment as Nut goes wide there through the chicane. No tyre blankets for these guys, so cold tyres are going to have to take it easy on the outlaps. Damage is on, of course, so you want to keep that front wing in one piece, especially this early on. I've tried changing some settings in the stream, so let me know if it's any better. We did have a couple of stuttering issues towards the end of the Tier 2 race on Sunday. So fair few people starting their laps. Let's go on board with Nut as he starts his first flying lap on the medium tyre. I'm good, T-Mac. I'm good. Ready to go. Where are you? Should be in here, son. Disappointed. Hashtag. Nah, taking a fair bit of curb on that second apex, giving him a bit of understeer, but kept it under control. DRS open. Yellow flag, sector 3. There's a car going a little bit slow in front of here. Relatively clean through there. Into the parabolica. As Wahid sets the first time with the 132.4. Jacob beats that. What can Nut do? Into second for the time being. Gerald sets the time as well. So, oh, CK. Oh dear. It's Lotus sets a fastest lap. Oh, bit sideways there from Nut. Let's have a look at Wahid here. See, doesn't take as much curb there on that second apex as Nut, and the car's a lot more stable. Oh, bit of lag there. Yellow flag, sector 2. Ali with a new fastest lap, 31.6. into second place with a 131.546. So let's see where Combine's at. So he just sets his first lap. So he'll be obviously looking to improve here. Bit understeer. Bit late on the power, but keeps it straight as Lotus gets out of the way there. I'm sure that yellow's just for Lotus there. Now they are running fixed setup, so the only real change you can make is to the brake bias. So these cars don't really feel that good, but it does tend to lead to some close racing. So hopefully we get that around Monza of all tracks. I'm expecting a big train tonight. Yellow flag, sector 3. It's Potsy with the 130.74. It's Combined running wide there. Didn't seem to lose any time though. Where will he end up? It's obviously going to improve. Comes across the line with the 131.985. So not bad there. Mid-pack, 5th place. And he's taken to the runoff zone. Nice attempt. So Jacob in the pits there. We got... Who else have we got out on track? Rock. So Potsy here, is he coming in or... Yeah, he's coming in. So Gerald here on his outlap. So this will be one of the first runners on the softer tyre. DRS open. Getting some temp into those tyres. Being a quick track and, you know, braking zones not really being that big except for, you know, turn 1. Getting temps up can sometimes be a bit of an issue, as why he gets out of the way there. So here we go. I'm curious to see how much improvement there's going to be. What's the difference going to be between the compounds? Haven't done any practice here or any driving here in these cars, so have no idea what to expect. Yeah, and also burning extra fuel getting that fuel load down, because you can't even adjust that in these cars. As he gets a little bit of a toe out there off nut. Don't know if it's going to help too much, but you take what you can get. Keeping it tidy, taking a lot of curb there. All the way out onto the ripple strip. $131.698. So still room to improve, but that was a big leap from his 133 as he locks up into turn 1. That's not a good start over the second apex, over the bump. Let's see what his sector 1 split is. Yeah, down 5/10. So we might go have a look at Jacob here. Keeping it clean. Oh, that is not good. That is not good. That definitely caught him out. And there goes the front wing. Surely that's going to be some front wing damage. Let's go have a look, see what we can see. So that car is in a really bad position there. Unfortunately, catching Jacob Meister out there. Ghosting is turned off from this, so he did have to take evasive action. I don't really see any damage. I think he's got all his end plates. I don't know if there's a little bit of, winglet damage or whatnot. It's a good shot there. Looked pretty intact. So we'll ride on board again. Take 2 for Jacob Meister. Nice through the first chicane, or the first chicken, as Fernando Alonso would say. Into the second chicken. Nice and smooth through there. DRS open. What's the split gonna be? 6/10 up. Oh, a little bit of understeer mid corner there, putting him off line for the exit there. That's going to hurt him all the way down this straight. And these cars are definitely about trying to keep as much momentum and exit speed. They're just so important in these cars. As he comes across the line, where can he go? He's into third with a 133.335. Oh, sorry, 131.335. So, will he have enough fuel to go again? I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. We've got Wahid on an outlap. Let's have a look. So Yellow flag. I'm guessing that's for Wahid going slowly. Our lap as well. So Wahid might even get a bit of a toe off combined here. Maybe not. A little bit far back. So hard on the brakes through the first chicane. He may have caught up to combine there a little bit. We will see throughout the lap. It's a yellow flag, sector 3. Onto the ripple strip there. But keeping it pretty clean. Making most of the track, but keeping it at least 2 wheels on it. That's the main thing. So coming into the final corner. Jacob says that'll do. As combined goes into second. Wahid did not improve. 2/10 off. Gets a little bit of a toe there from combined. As Potsy sets the fastest lap with a 1:30.2. So almost a second clear there. I assume that's combined done as well. Right on board here with Ali as he's 1.8 down at the moment. But I'm pretty sure he'll have a second run. As he's up into second with a 1:31.132. Very close there to combined. Nice through the chicane there. He's keeping it relatively clean. Onto the ripple strip there. Under the bridge. So he's 4/10 up. Not quite enough to get pole at the moment, but definitely enough to try and get that second spot back. That front row spot is still up for grabs. As Potsy says that'll do. Ali comes across the line into second place with a 1:30.696. That's a good time there. 4/10 shy. Well, closer to 5/10, but you know. So good lap there. So just Lotus, and that's it. That's qualifying done for Monza. So pole position going to Potsy there with a 1:30.2, followed closely by Ali with a 1:30.696, just under 5/10 off, and Wahid with 130.885, 6/10 down, and combined 131.141. In fourth place, you got Jacob there, still within a second. So very tight there. So it's going to be a very interesting race. All to play for. Now, I have been told it's going to be dry for both the feature race and the sprint race. So it's going to be all pretty straightforward in that regard. Being only 9 drivers at the moment, with the feature race, well, that's pretty much a reverse grid. So, because for the start of the sprint race, they reversed the order of the top 8, of how they finished in the feature race. So I'm sure the guys are working vigorously hard on their fixed setups as they're starting to ready up now. So Potsy looking very strong. So here we go. Formation lap underway. Everyone off the line. I do like the look of that. It does remind me of the old school Renault. One of my favourite liveries, that yellow and blue combination. It's a bit of a mix with the old with the new, obviously in the wrong series, but it's not bad, not bad. Just get some of this stuff set up. It's annoying how that always turns off. So everyone opting to start on the soft tyre. So level playing field for all. Mikau opting to join in, taking up last place on the grid. So we have 10 drivers now. We have a top 10, so when Jeff says you've reached the top 10 now, it kinda, well, you know. So lots of weaving going on. Have to get a good amount of temp in those tyres for the race start. You don't want to bog down, and with these cars, regardless of whether you run traction control or not, the key is to flat foot. Keep an eye on the RPM and shift when required, but flat stick from the get-go. So, lining up on the grid now. Who should we go with? Jacob Meister. Oh. Five red lights are out and we are racing. So Potsy getting away cleanly there. 3 wide. Oh, what is going to happen here? 4 wide. Do we have 4 wide? We've got some wing damage. Someone going into the back. Oh, CK80 completely missing the braking marker there. Takes to the escape road. But so far, everybody's there. CK dropped way down the field. Unfortunate for him. So I'm not too sure who's got wing damage, as it looks like a Carlin there going wide. So And that's Gerald done. So, who has the wing damage? I am not sure. I didn't see it. I just saw it fly up in the air. Mikhail looks okay. Jacob was okay. Is it combined? Or was it? Might have been Lotus, I'm not sure. So, all very close gaps at the moment. A little bit... CK is catching up a little bit, so... It's not all over yet. Oh, is Ali having a look on Potsy? Not quite able to get the job done yet. Potsy not able to pull away as yet. This is the last lap with no DRS assistance, so he's going to want to have to stay close. Going to want to... What is that? English, please. So he's going to need to stay in touch. 1 second. I'm struggling. I don't know what that was. Didn't sound right to me. But we'll press on. Ooh, that's not going a bit wide there. Combined here, very close to the back of Wahid, having to go to the outside line. Not able to get the job done. But he is trying the undercut. Right on board here. Gets the inside line. Side by side. Now that's the outside line. They're side by side still. Keeping it clean. Good driving from both drivers there. But unable to get that move done. So DRS activated this lap. A little bit of a gap there. Let's go have a look at this battle up front. What can Ali do? Will he be in DRS range? Yes, he is. Now, no ERS on this in these cars, so it's all just DRS and all on the driver. No fuel mix changes, no nothing. He is closer. I'm also trying to keep an eye on the gaps behind. I see combined 2/10 back, but can Ali do anything for the lead of this race? He has a look up the inside, but he's too far back. Thinks better of it. Flashbacks to Belgium last Friday as I have an X on Potsy's screen. Oh no, just a bit of connection issue there. So Nut dropping off this battle for the lead, 3.4 seconds down according to my timing screen. Oh, it's combined. Has lost out to Macau. What's going on there? Oh, they're battling. What has gone on with combined? Has he had a moment? Has he had damage? I'm not sure, but he's having a look on Jacob Meister here. Forced to the outside line. Gets the job done. Jacob Meister right on his gearbox, following him through that chicane. So unfortunately missing out on what happened there, as Ali is a lot closer now. Very close to Potsy here. What can Ali do? Can he make a move? Can he send it? DRS open. Gap is coming down. Potsy lagging all over the shop. Sends it down the inside, holding that line. He is lagging all over the place. Very distracting for Ali there. Not sure if that's what Ali's seeing, but it's always hard to judge where the car is and difficult to avoid making contact. So we'll go down and have a look at Macau here. Oops. Where are we? There we are. So Wahid able to get past Nut, but Nut, a little bit onto the gravel there. Driver's taking a few different lines through there. Everyone jockeying for position, coming into the main straight, the final corner. So, as they're coming into the pits, four people into the pits. Wahid, 5-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. What are you doing, son? That's going to be disappointing. That is going to be very disappointing, especially in a field like this where, you know, the slipstream, the train, the tow, all going to be important. So everyone coming out of the pits. So let's see. Let's go on board with Ali, or watch Ali, and see how he goes with his pit stop. They are a lot longer than the Formula 1 pit stops. I think about 7 seconds from memory. So, into the pits he comes. So, Jacob Lotus also into the pits. Old softs on, fresh mediums. Sorry, softs off, mediums on. Oh, it has been a long day. So, where will he come out? There's Potsy in the background. Big speed difference. Oh, they're going to be side by side into turn one. What can Ali do? What can Potsy do? He's got to keep his wing clean. He does. But unfortunately, well, he didn't gain the position, but he definitely did not lose any time. So, I think maybe no tie blankets coming into consideration there. So Ali may need to just be careful with those cold ties, not to do anything silly. We'll go down, have a look at Nut here, right on the gearbox of Macau, aka Milk Cow. combined YouTube, a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. So, not able to do anything as yet. Getting very, very close to the back of Mikhail there. CK, penalty. As he comes into the pits, last of the soft runners into the pits. As Potsy sets a new fastest lap. Cannot do anything. I think he's a little bit too far back. And just holds station. So Ali dropping off Potsy there, 1.009, just out of DRS. .1, the gap. Is this Potsy's moment where he breaks free of the field? Oh, is we have someone going wide there. It was that. I think that may have been combined. Lucky moment there from combined. Currently in 7th place. So, no one in DRS at the moment. Will that change? Can Jacob catch up to Nut? Lotus 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings as he goes very wide again on the exit of that chicane. So, start of lap 9 is Potsy, new fastest lap, 132.121. And yeah, starting to make a gap now, 1.4 seconds back to Ali. So, Mikhail from 10th place, making his way up into 4th at the moment. Closing in on Wahid as well. As combined is also catching up to the back of Jacob here. So we'll stick with this one at the moment because he's now in DRS range. Let's go on board here. And Mikhail now as well within striking distance of Wahid. DRS open, but he's going to be too far back, but it will help him close the gap. Yes, as you can see, he's a lot closer now. It looks like he's had a better exit. He's got the toe. He's even closing down this long straight. Potsy again, 132.099. As combined struggles to keep that rear in check. Mikhail with the 132.036. So guys are definitely pushing here. As Mikhail's making a move, will stay on board here with combined. Forced to go to the outside line. What can he do? Tries to go deeper. Tries his best to give the space. Looks like there's a little bit of contact, but unable to get that traction. But respectful racing there, it's always difficult, so you do your best to leave that racing room, but he's very close here. Is he going to have a look? That is great. No. That was a great camera angle, thanks for that, but no. Was not able to make that position, as Mikhail did get past Wahid. So, Wahid here, is he going to be able to respond? 5 laps to go. Within DRS, only half a second back. And they're currently just under 5 seconds back from Ali, who's still slowly dropping off Potsy, unfortunately. And combined right behind Jacob still. Wahid as close as you can get, almost behind Mikhail. Staying in that slipstream. DRS open. What can he do? Which way is he going to go? He goes for the inside line. Late brake. There's contact. There's a hand in the air. There's nudging. Be careful of your front wing, boys. They look like they're okay. It was a bit rough, but he got the job done. We saw the hand in the air. We know there was contact. Wahid did look like he went a little bit deep. It's combined. Side by side. Into the chicane they go. A little bit of contact. Oh, leaves him just enough room. Looks like he got a little bit in the gravel, but it's all okay. Gets the move done. Jacob, though, very close to the back here. DRS just around this corner. So can he get that position back? Potsy, 3-second time penalty. Oh, this brings Ali back into play. 2.5 seconds down. He's going to need to keep his head up. Oh, what is going on? He's stopped. He's lost it. He lost it on the chicane. Oh, oh no. Oh no. Well. 3 laps left. Jacob just in front. In a battle with combined. You know, he's got time to make up some progress, but that victory gone, slipped through his fingers. Didn't see what happened there, but was not really under any pressure. His combined had another look there, but unable to get the job done. So we'll go up here with Mikhail versus Wahid as Mikhail gets the rear end singing. Tyres might be struggling after sitting behind somebody for so long. Is he going to have a look? No. Just closes the gap. Wahid, time penalty. Boys, there's 3 laps to go. The lines. Oh, why you make it so difficult for yourselves? These penalties are going to move all these positions around. Everyone's so close. I'm kind of lost track of who's got what, so I'm not too sure where everyone's going to stand overall as Ali starts lap 13. 5 seconds clear almost of Wahid, this battle right here. Cam Mikhail, what's he going to do? Has a look up the inside as Potsy sets a new fastest lap. But Mikhail gets the job done. Now, Wahid didn't fight that too much. Maybe there was some chat after last lap and Wahid just decided to let him go. I'm not sure. But if that is the case, game back on for these guys. As we'll go back and have a look here at Combined and Potsy. Combined, unfortunately, falling off the back there. As Potsy has a look up the inside, but too far back. Right on his gearbox, though. He's going to need to get past very quickly. He'll want to make that move into this next DRS zone. He's going to be desperate to make as many positions back as possible, and he can't afford to be hanging around for the right time. He has to move now. So we'll see what he does into this corner. Combined, keeping him back. Saying, you're not going to get this place so easy, son. What can he do here? No DRS, but he is right behind. Swahid 2/10 behind Macau at the moment. So Potsy here having a look, goes to the inside line, gets in front, 3-second time penalty for Nut. Potsy, job done. Nice and clean. And now he sets his sights on Jacob. 1.4, the gap. Lap 14. We'll head back to this battle as we see Wahid getting a bit wild there on the exit of the chicane. Battle for second place. Harley kind of maintaining that 4.8, 4.9 second gap. So Potsy already within striking distance of Jacob, 7/10. As they come around the final corner to start the final lap. Wahid over a second back, but he does still get DRS because the detection point is before the last corner, but too far back to make a move. As Potsy sets a new fastest lap, 1:31.798. Yeah, looks like Wahid may have given up on that battle and just said, you know what, I'll take third. So we'll go down to Potsy, who's here with the battle. Jacob side by side. Potsy on the outside. What can Jacob do? That's not the angle we really want to see, as they're side by side through the chicane and we're missing all of this action. What is going on? And he's got the job done. But we do have a couple more chances, so it's not all over for Jacob, but he does have to stick right on the back of Potsy here. So, where do we go? Oh, Potsy right on the edge of the grip limit of those tyres. Oh, there's a nudge in the back. There's a desynced car. What is going to happen? Wahid, 5-second time penalty. Well, that's his unserved. They're side by side. They touch, but not able to get that position back. Well, Potsy drops all the way down with penalties. So Jacob does hold on to that 5th place. Just go on board here with CK. Comes across the line, 9th place. Couple of points there, keeping it out of the wall. So Ali benefiting there. Potsy's mistake, but you need to be there to take, the most of those opportunities when they arise. So it's going to be a reversed grid. This is going to be very, very interesting. Would have nice to have seen CK on pole, but who knows? So Ali there with the win, followed by Macau and Nut. Nut, good race, up from 6th place, and Macau up from 10th. So great drives there. Wahid loses 1 place, gets 4th, but still involved in most of the battles around. Jacob in 5th combined, 6th place, Lotus in 7th. Potsy 8th place with that big spin and load of penalties, so really hurting himself there. But, finishing that far back, he's going to be benefiting from the reverse grid. Ali, unfortunately, starting from 8th place. So the guy's just taking a little bit of a breather. As we're good to go on the formation lap. Ooh, bit of an awkward start there. But we are away. Oh, we have lost Potsy. That is unfortunate. So, 9 drivers. Lotus on pole, combined. In second. Jacob third. Wahid in 5th. Nut 6th. Mikhail 7th. Ali 8th. CK in 9th place. So that's how they'll set off. How long it's going to stay like that, I have no idea. See what everyone on the medium tyre. No compulsory stop in the sprint race. So we'll go on board with, we'll watch Wahid for the start. Hopefully get a good view of everything that happens. Guys really trying hard to get as much temp into those tyres, because they're all on the medium compound now. They were on the softs before for the feature race, so got to work them even harder as the AI takes over and brings them to their starting boxes. So, all lined up on the grid. Five red lights. And we are racing. And lots of wheel spin, as you'd expect. Everyone gets away cleanly. Almost 3 wide into turn 1 again. We are almost as getting sandwiched. Oh, yes, cars everywhere trying their best to avoid each other, keeping their front wings intact. It wasn't the cleanest, but, you know, didn't see any wing damage. So let's see. So Ali already up 3 places, combined down 4 as we see some end plate going there. We've got some cars. Oh, carnage behind. Carnage. Front wing end plates everywhere. So Wahid and Ali all caught up in that. The big movers at the start. And that Force India. Well, sorry. I don't even know what car that is, to be honest. But CK really struggling there. He's obviously got some wing damage off into the gravel again. But Nut keeping it clean, keeping out of trouble. In 3rd place at the moment. Up 3 places. Macau up 5. Lotus being able to hold on to that pole. 4. Look at this train here. This is looking tasty, boys. 2 wide into the final corner. No DRS available at the moment, so they're just trying their best to try and get in front and break the toe. Side by side they go. They all fall in line. This is just crazy. As they're side by side into turn 1. Not having a look, but not able to get that move done. Now Lotus making a move. Oh, it's it's so penalising being in situations like this, because if you go for that move and you don't get it done, you're most likely going to get done by somebody else behind, as Lotus gets pushed out onto the grass there. Lucky he didn't lose control. Nice save there. But Macau now has hit the lead. Puts the foot down. Still only lap 2. So Ali a long way back, 7.7 seconds. Combined 3.9. So messy start here for the sprint race, but that is always the case with these. That reverse grid really mixes things up. So Nut still holding with Macau, but they are starting to, break up a little bit now. Jacob is right on the back of Lotus. As they're side by side again into turn 1 they come. Can Jacob, he takes the racing line. He pulls it up in time, and he's gained that position as Ali sets the fastest lap of 1:33.074. Lotus trying his best to come back at Jacob here. Is he able to do anything? No. He's just going to have to hold station for the time being, as we see some of that carnage from lap 1. And Wahid all over the back of Combined, as Combined runs a little bit wide onto the ripple strip. DRS open for most of these guys. As these guys side by side, Wahid gets the job done on Combined. Now, they will be carrying, some of them will be carrying more damage than others. I'm not too sure. We all saw the carbon fibre. Of whose car it came, not sure. So Macau, new fastest lap, 1:32.325. Nut still within the DRS range. As Lotus trying to break the toe back there. It's low. Lots of pressure. Nut right on the gearbox here of Macau. Is he going to be able to do anything? He goes to the outside, which is now going to turn to the inside. Side by side, they come into the chicane. Nut bides his time. As these guys jockeying for position, side by side through the chicane. But it looks like Wahid has gotten past. And this means Combined YouTuber right up behind Lotus now. But they're both going to have DRS, so be interesting to see if he can get a move done. So there's all 6 of the front runners there. Ali and CK some ways back. DRS pops open for both of them again. Wahid gonna be feeling all this pressure as Combined YouTubers having a look at Lotus here. But he, again, just decides, I'll just wait. Oh, we have Lotus going around. Oh, no. and he's going to have to sort himself out, making Combine's job a little bit easier to try and catch up after the disastrous lap 1. DRS open as Nut has dropped out of DRS range, 1.5 seconds the gap. This is now the closest battle on track. Into the final corner they come. As Wahid making the most of all that runoff there. Now be careful, boys. I don't know. You can get warnings at crossing that line. I'm not sure. So, has a look, but too far back. Will he have a look into the chicane? No. Let's ride on board, shall we? See what Combine sees. How can he analyse Wahid? Where's a good striking point? Where can he make his move? DRS opens up. Oh, he gains a lot through there. Very strong through that chicane. As Wahid goes a bit deep into the last corner. This is going to be good for Combined here. It's going to allow him to have a run. He's very close. DRS is going to be very strong here. DRS opens. Which way they're going to go? There's a lag. He goes for the inside. Didn't really have much of a choice, but we think that's job done. He goes to the racing line. And that's 4th place for Combined for the moment. It's up to Wahid now to respond. What can he do? As we also have Jacob Meister, who's caught up to the back of Nut. 8/10 back. We'll go have a look up there, shall we? Oh, Macau! He's lost it at the chicane. These cars are a real handful. So, Jacob closing up with DRS, but he's going to be too far back to do anything at the moment. You'll want a good exit out of here to hopefully have a bit of a run. So he's a long way back. Will he be able to get anything done? He's closing. He's still a long way back. Nut goes back to the racing line. Nothing happening at the moment. Ooh. And we have Ali right behind Macau. So I'm not sure. We'll see if we can see any damage on Macau's front wing. It looked like he just went off, and there is a lot of runoff there, so he may have some tyre temperature issues, but the car looks okay. Jacob Meister now having a look at Nut. Not an experienced head. Holding off Jacob for the time being. Jacob tucks in for the slipstream down this very long straight, getting ever closer to Nut. He's a lot closer here. We'll go on board. Which way is he going to go? Nut heads to the racing line. Jacob for the inside line. Late braking. Makes the corner and job done. Now, can Nut respond? He has a look up the inside, but he's too far back. As you can see in the background there, Waheed and Combined really going at it for that final podium position at the moment. So 4/10 back. Can he do anything about it? 5/10. Lap 9 of 11. So lap 10 now. So it's all to play for. Unable to get the move done, but we'll just jump down here, have a look at Waheed. Has a look, but nothing going. So we'll jump back up with Nut. Two main battles at the moment. As well, he is right behind Combined at the moment. It's not like you can save up ERS for a final lap push. You're just going to want to be there when the moment counts, when you can pounce. And it's going to have to be at the end of this lap, start of next lap. So you can see Jacob there, straight to the left-hand side of the track, trying to give as little slipstream as possible to Nut, because he knows that there's so much to be gained with the slipstream. As you can see, Nut so much closer now. 2/10 back. Right on board. As we start the final lap, Jacob weaving to try and break that toe. He's holding the inside line. Side by side into turn 1. Nut goes in very hot. Jacob Meister 3-second time penalty there as they're side by side. And Waheed gets the move done on Combined YouTuber as well. So we'll stick with this lead battle because this is for the win. Jacob Meister gonna want to get that place back. It looked a bit rough, that move, so I'm not sure. Didn't have the best view of it, unfortunately. But we come here into the last DRS zone. Jacob right up behind Nut now. Nut trying to hold that inside line. And he does for the time being. But as we saw before, the slipstream down this final straight is going to be very strong. And he is very close. Nut, not with the best exit there. Another penalty for Combined YouTuber. He has the lead at the moment. Can Jacob undercut Nut here. That's what he's trying to do. He has a good exit, but unfortunately is just a little bit too far back. Combined YouTuber having a look, son, side by side. I think Combined might have got that if it wasn't for the penalties. I'm not too sure, but that was an almighty finish. Wowee. Just finishing ahead there of Ali, 5/10 ahead. Lotus coming across the line in 7th place, and this time CK80 in the points, 8th place. As he comes around the final corner now. And crosses the line for the final point. Well, what a race. What an absolute amazing race. Slipstreams, spins, crashes, lost wings, side by side, 3 wide, everything you could want. What a great race there from those guys. It's the champagne being sprayed there. So, Nut victorious in the sprint race, followed by Jacob and Wahid taking the final podium there. Macau just missing out, unfortunately, losing the lead with the spin. Combined in 5th, Ali 6th, Lotus 7th, and CK in 8th. We'll just scroll through the different race results there. And there's the tally for the weekend. So, points there for Macau for the fastest lap. Nut winning the weekend by 1 point ahead of Ali, 29-30. So, I hope you all enjoyed that. It was great fun to broadcast. Now, Australia Day weekend, we won't be racing this Sunday. We will be back next weekend with round 15 of the F2s on Friday next week, and we will be back to regular schedule. So Singapore next Friday, and we'll have China for Tier 1 and Tier 2 on next Sunday. So I think that's the 2nd of Feb. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. My name's Bandcamp, and we'll see you next week. Thank you very much. See you later.